Hey, integrated science students, this is Mrs. Thompson, and I want to try out using a different vocabulary template this week. So I'm going to look at what our vocab words are. This is the template you're going to be using in Google Slides, and I'm going to open this. We have 5 words this week: ionic bond, covalent bond, chemical bond, molecule, and compound. So I make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need one more. So I'm going to Control Copy and Control V. So I have 5 there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a text box for the first word. The first word is ionic bond. So I'm going to click on text box. I'm going to draw here, and I'm going to write ionic bond. So that's my word, and I might make it a little bit bigger so I can see it really well. And then there's a few things you have to fill out with the word: a definition, a sentence. So I have a text box here. I can click on this that I made. Sentence, use it in a sentence. The words ionic bond. Some synonyms, what are similar to ionic bonds, and maybe an antonym, that's an opposite word, and then a picture. So if I want to insert the picture, oh, be quiet, I'm recording, okay? Hold on, she's upstairs. I can insert image, and then I can search the web for an ionic bond. So I'm going to search here, and oh, I see here's one ionic bond. I like this one because I like the transferring of the electrons, and that's obvious for me here. Sometimes it's nice to do your vocab after you've done the Nearpod, because then you kind of have a better understanding of what that is. So here's an example how I inserted that picture. And then I'm going to look at what an ionic bond is. And I might be using the text from this week. So what you're going to do if you then wanted to add in a synonym or something similar, I'm going to insert a text box, synonym, something similar to an ionic bond. I'm thinking about just words in general, maybe not science, but words I connect to. And connecting is one, because bonds is how elements are combining. So connecting, elements, combining, and something about like coming together. Those are phrases that remind me of bonds that are similar. If I wanted something opposite, so an antonym might make me thinking about breaking apart. Bonding is coming together, so an antonym might be breaking apart, or a phrase. So it's a little bit different with synonyms and antonyms with this science word. Like something, if I had happy, I might think a synonym would be joyful, and an antonym would be sad. That's a little bit easier for me to think about similar words and opposite words. So I'm just going to think about, in general, ionic bonds. And an antonym, actually, this week will be a covalent bond.
Yeah.
Because it forms in a different way.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to try doing this week and then using it in a sentence. So I might say that a metal, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to try, actually I think I'm going to do this one for you guys with you. So an ionic bond occurs between a metal and a nonmetal. And my definition is going to be the connection of 2 elements which involves a metal and nonmetal. Also, the electrons are transferred, so they move from the metal to the nonmetal. So I want to focus on how electrons are rearranged in a bond and what kind of elements are involved. So I know that this is important, metal and nonmetal, and that the electrons are transferred. That's also important. So I'm going to make that bold. Shh. Okay? So good luck. I'm going to help you. So this is our first example, and then you guys are going to do the 4 others on your own. We're going to see if this helps you get a better understanding of what we're trying to learn.